Hey everyone, it's me Athena-Lily and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be trying this weird velvet flock look that was popular a few years ago. By a few years ago I mean like 5 or 6 years ago at least. I was going through some boxes I have in storage and I found this flock kit that I've never used except I've taken the purple polish out of it. So today we're going to try the blue. It comes with this velour flock powder plus the blue polish that goes underneath. And it also comes with this little brush which is for using to wipe off any excess powder and to get rid of all the mess from around your nails. So the first thing I'm going to do is use a peel off base coat because I fully intend to take this off once I finish this video. It's not going to last very long. Basically it's material that you're wearing on your nails. It's not going to last for doing the dishes or showering or during day-to-day activities. The whole reason you use a polish underneath it that's the same color as the flock is so that when bits do inevitably fall off, it's not as obvious. Maybe only when you cast a light. So the peel off base coat is pretty much so I can take it off straight away. And I've had one hand on for a few hours now and I can't get used to the feeling. I thought I'd show you using my other hand. So the base coat I'm using today is the Sally Hansen Big Peel Off Base Coat, which is a glue-based base coat. And glue-based is a bit hit and miss, whereas it's basically school glue in a jar with a brush. And it's not amazing. First time I tried it, I wasn't happy. But I found that the first few times I used it, the coat I was putting on was too thick because it literally says on the back of the bottle, apply a thick layer and wait for it to dry. But I found that if you use two thin coats, so thin that they basically dry straight away, it works brilliantly. And I've actually had 2 manicures on today that I got bored of straight away that have peeled straight off and left nothing behind. So it's not a bad base coat. So this is the first layer I'm doing now, and I will do a second layer, but I'm going to speed that one up. So I will be right back. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I thought I'd show you what's in the pot. It comes with a little protective case that just basically to stop foam away, I think, when you open the lid. And I found that when you first open it up, it's all kind of solid and stuck together. So I'm just taking the end of the brush and I'm just going to scrape it all so it separates. It does say that you should dip your finger into it, but I'm not going to spend time loosening the whole pot because I'm not going to use it all today. So I'm just going to loose the top layer. It's just too hard as well because it's quite deep. You probably can't see it from the angle it's at, but it's quite a deep pot. So putting your finger in it and trying to roll it around and cover the whole nail is not viable. It also suggests on the box that you could use the lid as it's shallower, but I find the problem here is I'm not going to fill up the whole lid and the rim is quite high, so I'm going to use a pop stick and I'm going to pour it over my nails and I'm just going to wipe the excess back onto a paper sheet underneath me. So now the peel off base coat is dry, I'm going to apply my first coat of the blue polish. I'm just going to apply a really thin coat. And the reason you apply the same colour, as I said before, is so that if you do miss any parts, it doesn't show up as much. So I'm going to apply a really thin coat to each of my nails, just to make sure they're all the same when it comes to it. Because the next step, you have to apply quite a thick coat of polish, and you have to do it one at a time, so they might not necessarily be even otherwise. Now that all my nails are covered with a thin layer, I'm going to apply a thick coat of polish and then I'm going to apply the flock. It's making sure all parts of my nails are covered and try not to get any of my fingers, otherwise that will be velvet too, and I don't want velvet fingers. It's not fun. So I'm just going to grab the little plastic thing that was in the pot and I'm going to put my finger on it just as a base. Keep my finger steady. And I'm going to get the flock powder on the pop stick and I'm going to tip it over my nail as evenly as I can. I might spread it out a little bit with a stick if I need to. And the next step is to press it into the polish with your finger. You can be quite harsh with it. As long as you're not pushing and smudging the polish and you're pushing straight down into the polish, it'll be fine. And then the next step is just to wipe off any excess with the little brush, and there it goes all over my backdrop. That will be there for the rest of the video, as I tried to get it off and I couldn't, as you will see very shortly. And there I go, trying to get it all off with the brush, and it's just spreading it all over the place, which I give up, really. Oh no, I'm still trying. I don't know why. Alright, just finessing the little finger, making sure it's all fine. So the next step is to do the next finger, and you just do it one finger at a time before the polish dries. So I'm just going to go through this now and do the same thing again. I'm going to apply a thick layer of polish to my nail, trying to not get it down the side of my nail or anywhere where I don't want it to be velvet and kind of weird feeling. And the next step is I'm just going to pour the flock all over my nail. I'm trying to push it in with a pop stick this time to see how that goes. But I didn't like it. I didn't feel like I was getting the security of actually pushing it into my nail. So I stopped doing that and tried using my finger again. And you can really feel that it's sticking. I don't know if it's just me and if I'm imagining it, but it's how it feels to me. And then again, just brush off the excess. And again, I'm going to try and clean it all up. And it's just not worth it. It just goes everywhere anyway. So I'm just going to leave it in the backdrop, I think, from now on. And get it all off the inside of my finger because I forgot to clean the lid before. Never mind. I was a little bit more successful in cleaning it up this time than I was before, but then I went and put it back with the brush by accident. So sorry about the mess, guys. I'm trying. So this finger here, I'm doing the same thing again, just applying a thick coat of polish. Try not to get it on my fingers, otherwise I end up with flock fingers. And then I'm just going to tip the flock all over my nails. I didn't pick quite enough flock up on the first go, so I'm going to do it in a couple of attempts this time. Just try and cover all parts of my nail. But I noticed as I was pushing it into the nail this time, I'd missed a part with the flock, so my finger touched the wet polish. So what I did, from the little pile of flock that's off screen that I've brushed to the side, I just grabbed some of my finger and covered the polish with it. And that worked pretty well. I think you can't really tell that I missed a spot. So that worked. Again, brushing the excess off. It's really, I don't know why I'm showing you all fingers, to be honest, it's all the same. I'm not going to show you the thumb because the way my setup is at the moment, I'm moving things around in my house and my setup is just too hard to do the thumb on screen. So this with the last finger, my little pointer finger. I think this would be a nice look for maybe going out, maybe to dinner or out at night. Or to an event, but it's not for long wear, it really isn't. You're putting material powder onto your nails. I bought this kit, I think, in Kmart or Target back a long time ago. I don't even know when it was. So I remember getting it, but I don't even know if I bought it, to be honest. I may have got it for Christmas, I don't. I know as a teenager, that's as much as I remember. It was years and years ago. So here are the finished nails. I've got both hands done and did the other hand earlier, as I mentioned, and I've been wearing it for a few hours. It's wearing okay, actually. I mean, the edges are a little bit, they're balding a little bit. It's coming off, but it's not too bad. It looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. I don't think I'd wear it all the time because it's kind of weird looking. You can buy flocking powder at craft stores too. Just to let you know, I'll put all the everything you need to know in the description box down below. Bye!